I woke up that morning to the faint clinking of dishes in the kitchen. At first, I thought maybe I was dreaming, but then I smelled the faint aroma of something cooking. Eggs, maybe? I rubbed my eyes and sat up slowly, realizing the sunlight was streaming in through the blinds. It was later than I usually woke up, which was already unusual in itself. Normally, I was the one up before everyone else, packing lunches, pouring cereal, and rushing to get my son, Daniel, ready for school. But today was different. I tiptoed toward the door, trying not to make the old wooden floor creak too much. The sound of Daniel humming drifted down the hall. He was only 10, still in that tender age where he wanted to do big things but sometimes needed my help. What could he possibly be doing in the kitchen so early, I wondered. I rounded the corner and stopped in my tracks. There he was, my boy, standing on a chair to reach the counter. He was wearing his favorite blue t-shirt with a faded print, his hair sticking up in every direction, and his small hands carefully holding a spatula. The frying pan in front of him had scrambled eggs in it, a little too runny, but recognizable. "Daniel," I whispered, trying not to startle him. "What are you doing?" He turned around, beaming, his big brown eyes sparkling with excitement. "Mom, you're not supposed to be up yet. I was making you breakfast in bed." I froze, my heart swelling instantly. I had never expected something like this. He had thought of me. He had tried to do something just for me. He slid off the chair carefully and tugged at my hand, guiding me back to the couch. "Don't look yet," he insisted, running back to the kitchen to grab the plate he had made. I could hear him shuffling around, probably trying to balance too many things at once. When he finally returned, he carried a plate with scrambled eggs, a slightly burnt piece of toast, and a glass of orange juice that had way too much pulp floating on the top. He placed it proudly in front of me. "Tata, I made it all by myself." "Well, except the juice. That's from the fridge." I laughed softly, fighting back tears. "Daniel, this is the best breakfast I've ever seen." His cheeks flushed with pride. "I wanted to make you happy today. You've been so tired lately, Mom. You do so much for me. I just wanted to do something for you." My throat tightened. I hadn't realized he had noticed. Between juggling my job, the bills, and trying to be both mom and dad after the divorce, I had been stretched thin. Some nights I thought I was holding it together, but clearly, he had seen more than I thought. I took a bite of the eggs, trying not to wince at the undercooked texture, and smiled at him. "It's delicious." He sat next to me, swinging his legs off the couch. Then, after a long pause, he looked at me with eyes more serious than I had ever seen. "Mom, I don't want you to be sad anymore." The words hit me like a wave. I hadn't realized how much my hidden sadness had been spilling out in little ways. I tried to smile, but the tears spilled over anyway. He reached for my hand and squeezed it. "We're a team, right? Just you and me." I pulled him into my arms, hugging him so tightly he giggled. "Always. Just you and me." From that day on, something shifted inside both of us. It wasn't just breakfast. It was the reminder that even in the smallest gestures, love could heal wounds I didn't even know were so visible. Daniel became more thoughtful, more aware, and I tried to be more open, letting him see that yes, life was hard, but together we were stronger. There were mornings after that where he'd surprise me with little notes in my bag, drawings on the fridge, or even just words like, "I love you, Mom. You're the best." Each moment stitched up a piece of my heart. What I learned from that breakfast was this: sometimes the most life-changing words don't come from adults, or from long, complicated speeches. Sometimes they come in the simplest, purest form, from the voice of a child who just wants to see his mom smile. And I did smile, more than ever after that day. Because when Daniel said, "I don't want you to be sad anymore," I realized I had a reason to be stronger, to live fuller, and to believe again in the joy of small, ordinary mornings. That breakfast, scrambled eggs and burnt toast, became the meal that changed everything.